Hegseth is a huge embarrassment to our nation and our military. Senator Kelly is a lifelong hero and patriot. I stand with Mark Kelly. DUI hire.
You might say we're ending the war on warriors. I heard someone wrote a book about that.
Secretary of Disgrace Pete Hegseth must have been a little drunk this morning because he stepped into a whole pile of shit. Now, I don't usually make fun of the military, but given this administration's penchant for dishonoring our service members and Pete's petty patheticness today, I'm gonna make an exception. You see, today, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, a former Fox News host with a history of drinking, tried to insult and attack career military official, retired astronaut, and Navy captain, and current Democratic Senator of Arizona, Mark Kelly. But if you'll excuse the pun here, it almost instantly backfired and blew up in his face. And with this video, I've decided to help that backfiring cascade with a Pete Hegseth humiliation compilation you won't want to miss. So buckle up and help us salute Hegseth goodbye and send his ass back to Fox where he belongs by smashing that like button and helping us hit 1 million subscribers at Really American. Alright, so this whole feud essentially started as World War III inevitably will over a fucking tweet.
The Pentagon on Monday threatened to recall U.S. Senator Mark Kelly, a retired Navy captain, to active duty status in order to prosecute him. In a statement, the Pentagon said it was reviewing serious allegations of misconduct against Kelly. While it did not say what charges the Democratic senator could face if it took such an extraordinary step, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth posted remarks on X. He accused Kelly and other lawmakers of sedition over a video posted on November 18.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
The lawmakers' message came amid heightened concerns that the Trump administration is violating the law by ordering the U.S. military to kill suspected drug traffickers in strikes on their vessels in Latin American waters.
This administration is pitting our uniformed military
and intelligence community professionals
against American citizens.
The Pentagon says those strikes are justified because the drug smugglers are considered terrorists.
Huh. That's funny, because I consider ICE agents that pepper spray children and arrest U.S. citizens to be terrorists. I mean, I have video evidence of their crimes, but you don't see me enacting my Second Amendment right on the Gestapo, because that would be illegal, which is actually a step down from war crimes, but okay.
President Donald Trump has also accused Kelly and the other Democrats of sedition, saying in a social media post that the crime was punishable by death. Under the Uniform Code of Military Justice, sedition and mutiny are among the most serious offenses and can be punishable by death. In a statement, Kelly said he would not be intimidated by the Pentagon's recall threat. He said he had given too much to his country to be silenced by bullies who care more about power than protecting the Constitution.
Right, and I want to read you how Mark Kelly responded on Twitter here in full, because the contrast between what he said and how Hegseth responds couldn't be more night and day. Senator Kelly writes, "When I was 22 years old, I commissioned as an ensign in the United States Navy and swore an oath to the Constitution. I upheld that oath through flight school, multiple deployments on the USS Midway, 39 combat missions in Operation Desert Storm, test pilot school, 4 space shuttle flights at NASA, and every day since I retired, which I did after my wife Gabby was shot in the head while serving her constituents. In combat, I had a missile blow up next to my jet and flew through anti-aircraft fire to drop bombs on enemy targets. At NASA, I launched on a rocket, commanded the space shuttle, and was part of the recovery mission that brought home the bodies of my astronaut classmates who died on Columbia. I did all of this in service to this country that I love and has given me so much." Secretary Hegseth's tweet is the first I heard of this. This is in reference to him being recalled. I also saw the president's post saying I should be arrested, hanged, and put to death. If this is meant to intimidate me and other members of Congress from doing our jobs and holding this administration accountable, it won't work. I've given too much to this country to be silenced by bullies who care more about their power than protecting the Constitution. The senator then posted this image of his decorated uniform full of awards and medals. I apologize, I do not know what each of these are, but if you can help us out in the comments, let us know. And what does Sergeant Kegsbreath do? Well, I assume after having his morning bourbon and brew, he goes onto Twitter to post, "So Captain Kelly, not only did your sedition video intentionally undercut good order and discipline," right, Senator Kelly's the one undercutting good order and discipline.
And that's why today, at my direction, the era of unprofessional appearance is over. No more beardos. The era of rampant and ridiculous shaving profiles is done.
He goes on, "But you can't even display your uniform correctly. Your medals are out of order and rows reversed. When/if you are recalled to active duty, I'll start with a uniform inspection." Now, before we get into the really American roast of Pete Hegseth, I just want to say, disrespectfully, Secretary, go fuck yourself, you pussy bitch. And that was the general sentiment in the comments to his own tweet. You have Trump Tracker saying, "Pete, you have no military experience. You are a Fox News host who got his job based on sucking Trump's dick and bootlicking. Not at all based on merit. You are an embarrassment to your country and your family." Which is actually true. First part of the roast here. Remember when his mother said this about him?
Tonight, growing controversy surrounding Donald Trump's pick to lead the Defense Department. Pete Hegseth accused of routinely mistreating women for years by his own mother. In a 2018 email to her son obtained by the New York Times, Penelope Hegseth wrote, "On behalf of all the women, and I know it's many, you have abused in some way, I say get some help and take an honest look at yourself."
I'm going to say one nice thing about you, Pete. I really have to commend you here because it's so nice to see you attacking a man rather than a woman. Anyway, they go on, "You're an embarrassment to your country and your family, a DEI hire to the greatest extent. Within a month of your new job, you planned bombing another country through a non-government channel and accidentally included a civilian on the chat. You are so wildly unqualified. You are going to prison in 4 years." One can only hope. I mean, we can't even get into Signalgate because there are so much other funnier moments that I want to get to. Wu-Tang is for the children, one of my favorite accounts, saying, "You are a drunken fool." Actually, I wonder if Hegseth was drunk during this incident.
Who's going to win this battle with the lumberjacks? That's coming up next.
What you didn't see on air is what the axe hit, or should we say who? Drum roll, please. West Point marching band drummer Jeff Prosperi got hammered by the axe while the other band members kept drumming. Ouch.
This one's really just a stark reminder that we're totally fucked. We are faced with the reality that Hegseth would obey an unlawful nuclear order from Trump and destroy the Western world. This one is just an accurate depiction. Bitch boy talking loud with his scotch this morning. Yo, I'm in charge of the Pentagon. Let's go. Pete Moron Hegseth is a joke. And well, the only person Trump ever hired who was actually qualified to do their job was Stormy Daniels. I don't know if this is true or not, but someone apparently typed into ChatGPT and asked if Captain Kelly's medals were out of order. ChatGPT, notorious for making mistakes. It says no. Again, any military folks in the comments, in the audience, I'd love if you could let us know. Hegseth is a huge embarrassment to our nation and our military. Senator Kelly is a lifelong hero and patriot. I stand with Mark Kelly. Honestly, that's a thumbnail image, right? DUI hire. And just to put a nail in this video and hopefully Pete's proverbial coffin here, I want to just really quick speed run through a bunch of fucking humiliating moments. You have these couple clips and honestly the entirety of this speech that he gave at the Pentagon.
It's tiring to look out at combat formations, or really any formation, and see fat troops. Likewise, it's completely unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon and leading commands around the country and the world. It's a bad look. It is bad, and it's not who we are. Simply put, if you do not meet the male-level physical standards for combat positions, cannot pass a PT test, or don't want to shave and look professional, it's time for a new position or a new profession. But when it comes to any job that requires physical power to perform in combat, those physical standards must be high and gender neutral. If women can make it, excellent. If not, it is what it is. If that means no women qualify for some combat jobs, so be it.
It hasn't made us more effective, hasn't made us more lethal, has made fighting more complicated.
And over a 2017 sexual assault complaint, which he denies. No charges were ever filed, and authorities did not give a reason as to why.
The matter was fully investigated, and I was completely cleared, and that's where I'm gonna leave it.
And then you have this incredible video of a woman online humiliating Hegseth for doing the presidential fitness test exam and trying to flex with RFK Jr. And then this woman shows Pete how to actually do a fucking pull-up. Anyway, that is the story. I'd love to know all of your thoughts and comments. Fuck Pete Hegseth. Like, to come after Mark Kelly like that, after Trump has already done it, it's also a bitch move. Like, we see what you're doing. Your daddy said, oh, he's seditious, hang him. And that was bad enough. And so now you have to chime in so you can keep your position. So you can, actually, here's a great example. So you can keep your position, because that's how we all know, all of you in the Trump administration, we know this is what you have to do to keep your position, right? I don't know if it's a shame thing, if Donald just wants you guys to do it so he doesn't feel as bad that he did it to Bubba. But we know that's why you're actually attacking people. We know that's kind of why you're a piece of shit, is to keep your job. But for you, Pete, I genuinely think you are just a piece of shit. And I think you enjoy being a piece of shit. But you know what? My parents always taught me, if you have nothing nice to say nothing at all. So I'm going to say one nice thing about you, Pete. I really have to commend you here, because it's so nice to see you attacking a man rather than a woman. And with that, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe to Really American. For Really American, I'm Kenny Hesse. I will see you guys in the next one.